Bell's class from London.
Hello from Gainesville, Florida. We have a lot of questions for you about your trip to London.
Why did you go to London? What have you done in London?
Hi, Mr. Bell's class. I went to London because my husband had a conference that he needed to go to, and I wanted to learn more about London because I had never been there before. Here's a picture of us.
What have you done in London?
The day after I arrived in London, I went to Paddington Station, but I'm going to talk about that more in a couple minutes. The next day, I did a day trip to Stonehenge, which is 5,000 years old. These are the houses that the people that built Stonehenge, replicas of what they might have lived in. After that, I went to a town called Bath, where the Romans would take baths, and this water was supplied by the hot springs underneath the ground. On Saturday, my husband and I went on a duck tour, and what's unique about this vehicle is that it can drive on roads, but it also can be powered in the water. So we were able to see lots of different sights on this tour. We also were able to go in a sky tram that took us across the river.
Is there a queen in London? Have you seen her?
Yes, there is a queen in London. Her name is Queen Elizabeth II, and she lives in Buckingham Palace. I did not get to go inside of Buckingham Palace because I'm not royalty or a special guest. You can see the guards that stand outside guarding the palace. I did visit the Buckingham Palace gift shop and noticed that there were a lot of teacups and china for sale, along with soldiers representing the soldiers that guard the palace.
What is your favorite animal in London?
My favorite animal in London was definitely the horse. I saw live horses, and I also saw statues of horses in the British Museum. That was really interesting.
Did the London Bridge collapse?
The London Bridge is actually pretty plain. This bridge was built in 1973, but there have been many bridges that have been built named the London Bridge over hundreds of years. I actually found the Tower Bridge to be much more interesting and elaborate. The Tower Bridge leads to the Tower of London. This building is over 900 years old and is very historical because it served as the place where prisoners were kept. It also has been the Royal Mint, where money is made, a royal observatory, a royal zoo, and now it houses the crown jewels with all the jewelry and crowns that the Queen wears. The Beefeaters are the guards that guard the Tower of London.
Have you ridden a double-decker bus?
Yes, I did get to ride a double-decker bus, and I sat on the top. The buses were all over London. It's a popular mode of transportation. I also saw some other interesting vehicles like a fire engine, a mail truck, and the famous taxi cabs.
What kind of food is there?
While I was in London, I tried to eat as many authentic foods as possible. This is fish and chips. In London, they call French fries chips, and they call potato chips crisps. Also, they like smushed peas, which I wasn't very fond of. This is a picture of a traditional breakfast with scrambled eggs or regular eggs, sausage, baked beans, mushrooms, and hash browns. They also like curry, which is influenced by immigrants from India.
Why is Paddington Bear so famous?
Paddington Bear is a fictional character in Michael Bond's books. Michael Bond wrote over 20 books about Paddington and his different adventures. In the first story, Paddington was found in the Paddington railway station in London. He was sitting on a suitcase bearing the label "Wanted on Voyage." He had a note attached to his coat that read, "Please look after this bear. Thank you." The Brown family decided to take him in, and that's when the adventures began. Thank you so much for all of the wonderful questions. It was really fun answering them. Now I can't wait to hear what you do with Miss Brown and Miss McClinton.
Thank you for answering our questions. We are looking forward to hearing from you.
Awesome. Say bye, everybody. Bye.